Welcome back to the Latex session 9. In this session, we will learn how to typeset the mathematics into integration, matrices and equation, and then we will learn how to create tables, the alignment of the column content and the column width within the table. And next we will learn how to add simple and dashed border to the table. So let's start with the integration, matrices and equation. For integration and limits, the syntax for the integration is similar to the summation, that is, the way in which we specify minimum and maximum values. Limits, on the other hand, just specify the minimum value. So here, as you can see, here is the integration from 0 to infinity with the function of fx dx. So here we can write in this way integration with the curly braces 0 to infinity, and then we will write the function fx dx. Same way, if the limit x approaches to c with the function of fx is equal to L, then we can write in this way backslash limit underscore, and in the curly braces we will write the limit approach, that is x approaches c, and then the function fx which is equal to L. So this way we will use the integration in Latex. Next is the matrices. In order to create matrices, the commonly used syntax for the matrices is $sign begins with our content begin, and here in the curly braces you have to specify the matrices. Like here, as you can see, if you want a matrix without border, so you use simple matrix. If you want with curly braces, we use capital B matrix with the box bracket, small b matrix with the round bracket P, and in this same way we can use this as per our requirement, and within the begin and the end we will write our matrices content. So I am switching to Overleaf. Let's see a demo. Now let's add the package for maths. Use package maths begin document, and then within the beginning of the document let us create one section and let us give the heading matrices. Now let's start. Suppose I want a matrix which has the square brackets. So what I'll do, $sign, then backslash begin, and then B matrix, and here we will write what we want, the content within the matrix. Let's say we have two numbers, 2 and 3. Let us put some space. For the next line we will use double backslash, and then add, we are making a 2 into 2 matrix, right? 3 into 4, and let us add. Now recompile and let's see. So here you can see how beautifully our matrices is looking in the square bracket 2, 3, 3 and 4. Now let us add the matrix. We will do some addition. So what we will do, this is our first matrix. We will create a second matrix. Plus, then begin B matrix, okay, then write the content, let's say 1 and 2 double slash, then 5 and 6 double slash. Recompile. We are checking step by step, so you can see now what will be the summation. We are just taking casually. So what we will do with this is equal to, then again begin B matrix, then it will be 3 and 5 double slash, then 8 and 10 double. So here you can see we got the answer. So this way we can create the matrices. Suppose I want, instead of the square bracket, I want a curve bracket. What we will do, it's just simple. Just replace B matrix with the P matrix. I'm just replacing with P P. So let's recompile again. So you can see we have replaced the square bracket with the round bracket. Now let's switch back to the slide again. Now, to understand the equations are mentioned inside the equation environment only, and the commonly used syntax for the equations are backslash begin equation followed by our equation and then end of the equation. So one equation for writing an equation, there is no need to add a dollar sign. One equation can be written in the environment and these are centered and each equation get a number. So let's switch back to Overleaf to see a demo. So let us create another section with the name learning equations. So let's try to add some equations. For that, simple begin equation followed by the end of equation, and in this we will write 2x plus 6y is equal to 4. We compile. So here you can see with this section we have got the equation which is centered and it has the numbering also. Let us add another equation. 9x plus 6y is equal to 14, and let us add with more equation. X to the power square minus y square, y to the power in the curly braces s square, and which is equal to x plus y and x minus y. So recompile and see. So here you can see our equations are centered. There is no need to create environment by using dollar sign. We have just simply begin with the equation and we are writing an equation and they are numbered also. Now let's switch back to the slide again. Now the alignment of environment. Generally it is used when you want to write equation on multiple lines or you want to show the steps. So here you can see the example. Suppose I want to solve this equation 2x minus 1 is equal to 5. So for that I have to do step by step. In the first step I will take the 1 to the right hand side. So 2x is equal to 5 plus 1 and then solve the value of x. So this way you have the multiple steps. So for this type of equation we use the alignment environment. So let's switch back. To see a demo. Now let's start. Begin. Alignment. Now we will write a equation 2x minus 8 is equal to 2. For the new line, double backslash, and then the next line it will be 2x is equal to 2 plus 8 . The next line it will be x is equal to fraction 2 plus 8 and in the next divided by 2. So in the next line x is equal to 5. So recompile. So here you can see, since I have used within the same section of learning equations, I have write this multiple step equation just by only creating an alignment environment. So you can see here you got our equation which have the multiple steps. Here as you can see that the equation is centered, okay, but because I have zoomed it, let me zoom out to see whether the equation is centered or not. So here you can see the equation is centered, so let me zoom in again for you. Here you can see the equation is centered, but since we are solving, so we would like to align it with respect to the equal to sign. Here the sign alignment of equal to is not the same. So we just write ampersand equal to ampersand equal to. So what we'll do is just simply insert the simple ampersand. Okay, in the next line also, in the same and again same. So now you can see the equation is aligned with respect to the equal to sign. So one can imagine how the equation is solved. Now well, as you can see that in the multiple steps equation, all the steps are numbered. So we would not like all the steps to be numbered. Then for that, the no number command will use in the Latex. So let me show you. Let us suppose I want the main equation to be numbered and the remaining, which are the subsequent steps, are not, no need to be numbered. So for that what I will do, backslash, the command is no number. No, no number. And in the same way, no number. Recompile. Here you can see for the multiple steps equation, the only main equation is being numbered. The remaining steps are not numbered. So if you want all the steps need to be numbered, you just no need to use this command backslash no number, and you got all the steps with the equations number. And if you want your only the main equation has to be numbered, for that in the rest of the steps you need to insert the command backslash no number. Now let's go back to the slide once again. In the outline, so we have seen till now how to integrate matrices and equations, how to write these in the LaTeX. Now we will learn how to create tables, the content column alignment, and how to specify the column width. So let's start with this creation of the table. Now for the table creation, one can create a table using the tabular environment as shown here. So the syntax is backslash begin, then tabular, and we measure the alignment of each column. Like the content of the column should be center aligned, left aligned, right aligned, right? And each cell is separated by the ampersand and the end of the row is denoted by the two backslashes. So here we will write our content within beginning and the end, and for this in the second bracket we use either L, R or C, left aligned, right aligned or center aligned. It means the content which is present in the table has to be left, right or center. And this P in the bracket X centimeter is used for the left aligned And for the rows, to start a new row, we use the double backslash. So one can create a table using the tabular environment as shown here. So what is the tabular environment? This is start with the backslash begin, then the tabular environment. Here we followed by the end of the tabular. Here we will mention over the table of content. The COLs means how the content within the table in each cell is aligned. C for centered, L for left, and right for right element. So here we will mention the content of the column which has to be the left aligned, right or center. In order to start a new row, we will use the double backslash. So this is a simple table. Let's see, we have 3 columns and 2 rows. So in our first column we have the numbering 1 and 2, and in the second we have the item. Suppose let's say we have 2 plus rows in here. In the third column we have this column. So how we will write? So we will start backslash begin in the first braces, which is a command tabular, and in the next we will write CLR, which means the content in the first column should be center aligned, the content in the second column should be left aligned, and the content in the third column should be right aligned. Now how we will write? So we will use number, we will use ampersand item followed by the ampersand color. So this way to write the content of the row, we will use ampersand in between the content of each row, followed by the double backslash which start a new row. So this way we will write the content. Let's switch to the overleaf to see the demo. So let's create an environment for the tabular content. So what I'll do, backslash begin tabular. Okay, so here as you can see they have mentioned each and everything. So since it is for the 2 rows and 2 columns, let's say I have the 3 rows, 3 columns. So what I'll do, I just simply use the separator. So basically it is for the 2 rows and 2 columns. You can add multiple columns using this simple. So now we have to tell first of all the alignment. Suppose I want the first column content should be center aligned, second one left, and third one right aligned. So now here we have the 3 columns and 2 rows. So we will put our content. Let's say we have same the example which I have shown. First of all the quantity 1 followed by the sign ampersand, then rows, then red. Already they have given this to start a new line. They have given this command by default. So we will just enter our content to lily action sign white. Okay. So if you remember well, when we were learning the mathematics, to create a matrix, it is more or less at the same time. Here you can see we have got 1, 2 rows, lily, red, white, and there is something missing. We forgot to put the starting number and item and color. So here we got number, items and color. As you can see, we got a separator line between each column because we have used the command. In the next bracket you can see with 3 columns we have the separator. So that's why we got the separator lines. Let us remove the separator lines and we'll see what happens. Here you can see the line got vanished. So here you can learn one more command that if you want a separator line between each column, you can use separator line command. Okay. Now suppose I want one more column. So what I'll do? I just simply add the alignment. For example, I want center align. So now I need to add the content. Let's say the price, absent 40, absent 45. Recompile. So this way you can add multiple rows and columns with the divider, without divider. Now let's switch back to the slide once again. Now let's switch back to the slide. Now in order to adjust the column width, instead of mentioning the alignment, we write P and the size of the column in the curly braces. So let us see the same example. So we start with creating the environment for the table, begin tabular, and we have defined the width of each column. Let's say P 1 cm for the first, P 3 cm for the second, and P 5 cm for the third. So this way you can adjust the column width. Let's switch to the overleaf. So here we have already seen how to create a table. Now let us suppose I want the second column has the width of 4 cm. So what we will do? We just write P in the curly braces, the width 3 cm, and all will remain as it is. So here you can see the gap is increases. In the same way, you can adjust the width of the table column. Now let's try to change the width of all the columns. Suppose in the first column width I want 1 cm. For the second we already have. For third 2 cm. And for the last 4 cm. Recompile. So here you can see how easily we can adjust the column width of the table. This way you can adjust the column width of the table. So in this session we have seen how to integrate integration matrices equation, how to write these type of mathematics using Latex, how to create the table, how to align the column content and specify the column width. So this is all about this session. See you in the next session. Thank you for your attention.